Welcome back to our Quandale Dingle podcast. Today we'll be talking about Keynesian and Hayek economics, two contrasting approaches to understanding and shaping the economy. Today we have two special guests. Unfortunately, they're not able to be here with us physically, but I guess we could sum them up. In the early 20th century, Keynes and Hayek offered divergent views on the role of government, markets, and individual responsibility in economic prosperity. Today we'll be asking them a few questions about their economic views. So Hayek, why did you approach the economy this way?
I approach the economy this way because I believe that the free market allowed for creativity, innovation, entrepreneurship, and I believe that all of these things are necessary for societies to bloom and for citizens to prosper.
So Kane, what about you now? Why did you approach the economy this way?
I believe that the government have it in their power to solve some of the greatest ills of capitalism. I refuse to believe in communism and in the utter wisdom, the unfettered free market.
Alright then, now, how about we get the overall big picture of your economic perspective? Let's start with you, Cajun.
The big picture of my economic perspective is believing governments with a judicious infection of money and a rise of regulation to smooth out the peaks and throes to which all economies seem fatefully prone. Spend less, make less. Not a fan of people who save it as it leaves less money being made.
Alright, what about you, Hayek? What is your big picture of your economic perspective?
The big picture of my overall economic perspective is that my theory is based on how changing prices relay information that helps people determine economic plans. I also believe in a free market, capitalism, and I oppose socialism.
Alright, thanks. Now, both of you, what is your opinion on what the government's role in the economy is, or should be?
I believe that the government's role in the economy is to create equal employment and labor wants and needs.
I believe that the government should increase production through tax cuts and reduce regulation, hence the free market ideology.
Thank you, Tim. Now that we got your opinion on the government's role in the economy, what do you believe the government's role in businesses is or are?
The government's role in business was to intervene to break the cycle of economic depression and restore prosperity. Turn to matters of supply to provide an economic boost, to encourage growth and create employment.
I believe that the role of the government in business is to stabilize policies only when it falls out of order.
In your personal beliefs, when do you believe the government should intervene?
I believe it is only necessary for the government to intervene when the price system is unstable.
The government should intervene only during times of economic turmoil.
How do each of your economic beliefs view unemployment?
My view on unemployment is the lack of demand when it's less than labor.
I believe that unemployment is a natural part of the market. I also believe that it happens due to various factors like the skill of workers and the demand of employers.
What do you believe is the personal responsibility of the individual that resides within your economic?
The personal responsibility of an individual in Keynesian economics is to have an incentive to pursue profit opportunities that would generate output, income, and correct imbalances in the economy.
I believe that the personal responsibility of the individual residing in their economy was responsible for their own success and failures, and nobody else was. I also believe that an individual should have the freedom to make their own choices and learn from their mistakes.
What is the fiscal policy of your economic ideals? Or in other words, the policy of how the government spends its money to influence the economy?
It is an injection of government spending that eventually led to added business activity and even more spending. Keynesian economics theory of fiscal stimulus proposed that the more you spend, the more income generated.
The fiscal policy was to deny how much the government is involved. It also cut taxes and limited government spending.
What effect do these policies have on the American people?
Keynesian economics believed that the effect these policies had on the American people was that if the government spending changed, then the amount of money generated from that spending would change as well. This meant that the amount the government makes affects the people.
The effect these policies had on the people was that it allowed market forces to operate efficiently.
It appears that we have run out of time for this podcast. It's getting late, and I must send these two back to the spirit realm. In summary, Keynesian economics emphasized government intervention to stabilize the economy, while Hayekian economics promoted free markets and individual responsibilities as key drivers of prosperity. As we navigate the complexity of economic theory, let us remember the enduring debate between Keynes and Hayek, each offering valuable insights into how we can shape our economic future. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the realms of economic theory. Remember, understanding these perspectives can help us make informed decisions in a complex economic world. We hope to see you in our next podcast. But until then,
Niggas.
When should the government intervene?
Today.
You fucking